Well, it's not always bad to go against the script.
You talking to me?
Some of the finest shots in the history of cinema were improvised. These are the top 5 improvised scene of all time. At number 5, The Dark Knight. There are many scenes in Dark Knight which were not in script, such as Joker's sarcastic clapping during promotion of Jim Gordon. But the scene we are talking about is the hospital explosion scene. The scene in The Dark Knight where the Joker blows Gotham Hospital up was initially not according to plan, but Heath Ledger improvised with his skills. So, initially when he presses the button, a very small explosion happens. Then we can observe that Heath Ledger gets confused, which does not look like he is acting to some extent, and presses the remote multiple times. Then suddenly the whole thing blows up. Heath is definitely taken for surprise here. At number 4. On the Waterfront.
So what happens?
It has been said that Marlon Brando did not memorize his lines, especially as he got older. He chose to improvise his scenes or a cue cards over the set. This happened a lot on the sets of The Godfather. His famous line in On the Waterfront, "I could have been somebody, I could have been a contender," were improvised.
You saw some money? You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum, which is what I am. Let's face it.
The remarkable thing is that Steiger keeps up without a break in his expression, and the director knows better than to say cut. This line from the film On the Waterfront generally appears on lists of the greatest or most famous movie lines ever uttered.
Okay.
At number 3 is Funny How, scene from Goodfellas.
Really funny. What do you mean I'm funny? It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
Joe Pesci narrated an incident about calling a mobster funny. Scorsese asked Pesci to recreate the incident without anyone knowing it.
What'd you say? Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? I make you laugh? I'm here to fucking amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how?
He later won an Academy Award for his performance.
Just, you know how you tell a story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
At number 2. You Talkin' to Me, from Taxi Driver. This was the time where De Niro was at his peak. He can be debated as the best actor in the history of cinema, with performances such as Raging Bull, The Godfather, Taxi Driver, Deer Hunter. Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese is the perfect combination to make a great cinema. Martin Scorsese allows the actors to take initiative, and this scene is a great example.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
This scene perfectly captures the loneliness of the
Who
character.
the hell else are you talking? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Oh, yeah?
The dialogue would go on to become the most quoted line in the history of cinema.
Huh?
But if I took this hammer
At number 1 is Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained improvised
and I
scene.
bashed in your skull with it, you would have the same 3 dimples in the same place as old Ben.
Hey! Don't lay your palm flat on that tabletop!
Leonardo DiCaprio cut his hand while the cameras were rolling on the set of Django Unchained and kept moving through the scene, never breaking character.
Honestly, because boom, it happened, and then I opened my hand, and then blood starts pouring everywhere, and I saw Jamie go, yeah, like this, and Quentin like had his hand, and he goes.
His real-life bloodied hand made it into the final version of the film. DiCaprio discusses this scene in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. He says the crew wasn't sure if it was real blood or just some special effects movie blood, as he never flinched while cutting his hand. DiCaprio said he was more fascinated with the reactions of his co-stars and Tarantino's than his own, claiming their reactions only added to the gore of the scene. "My hand started really pouring blood all over the table," says DiCaprio. "Maybe they thought it was done with special effects. I wanted to keep going." It was more interesting to watch Quentin's and Jamie's reaction off camera than to look at my hand. After the take, the room erupted in a standing ovation. We did it bloodied and bandaged for the rest of the movie, says DiCaprio.